2018, that was the year I landed in Australia, full of dreams, stories, and the excitement of brand new beginning. Somewhere along that journey, I remember laughter, deep conversations, and the moments we tried to prove each other's perspective right. Well, memories never really die. It's been years since then, but some connection only grow deeper with time. I sat down with Dr. Govind Jindal, a teacher, a colleague, and a dear friend who has been a part of that journey. In this episode, we talk about growth, real, raw, and transformative growth, the kind that pushes you out of your comfort zone and reshapes how you see yourself. So, stay with us because what you are here today might just change the way you see your own journey. And don't forget to hit subscribe and join me on Talkies with Purvesh Modi, where awareness meets reflection and the transformation truly begins. Welcome to Talkies with Purvesh Modi on episode 3.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Dr. Modi. I was looking forward to this. मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है आपके साथ ऐसे बात करके और शेयर करके. I think it's a very good opportunity for me to be with you and talk on Talkies with Purvesh Modi.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
We started working together, लेकिन फिर उसके कुछ समय के बाद in 2019 you started your own practice in Launceston.
Yes.
So जो आपने practice start की, then we separated, और in 2022 we came back again. I started to work with you in your practice.
Yes.
So this is called destiny that we came together again.
Yeah.
And since then I'm working with you.
You're absolutely right, Modi. I think it was never planned like that. हमने कभी ऐसा प्लान नहीं किया था. कहते हैं कि ईगल्स को और टर्कीज को आप इकट्ठे कहीं एक जगह में डाल दो और थोड़ी देर के बाद आप देखो ईगल्स अलग हो जाते हैं और टर्कीज अलग हो जाते हैं. तो ईगल्स अट्रैक्ट्स ईगल्स, टर्कीज अट्रैक्ट्स टर्कीज. तो जो similar type of people want to hang around with people with similar energy, similar frequency. So I think that's probably what it is. You can name it destiny, you can make it attraction between similar minds.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction. It can be that.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree with you and I believe in the same what you just told.
Yes.
इतने टाइम में मैंने कुछ आपको जाना है. You are a man of your words. मैं काफी टाइम से सोच रहा था कि मैं आपसे बोलूं, लेकिन मुझे मौका नहीं मिल रहा था कब बोलूं मैं ये.
Yeah, no, thank you for that appreciation, Modi.
मैंने ऐसा देखा है कि हर एक बंदे में कुछ ना कुछ अच्छी बातें होती है.
सही है, सही है.
आपको खाली वो पता करना होता है कि क्या अच्छी बात है, देन आपकी जो एनर्जी है वो सिंक हो जाती है.
The main reason of conflicts generally मैं सोचता हूँ is not realizing what is other person's perspective. And the second thing which I believe is behind every action there is a positive intention which we do not know. जो हमें पता नहीं है कि उसकी intention क्या है, वो किस intention से क्या बोल रहा है हमें और क्या कर रहा है. The moment we start realizing, जब हमें समझ में आता है कि वो क्या करना चाह रहा है और क्यों करना चाह रहा है उसके पीछे, then you understand you were so wrong. You were judging the person. When you think that you were so wrong and you feel embarrassed about it, then you stop judging people more and more. And then you start realizing कि ये बंदा बुरा नहीं है यार.
You are a curious person.
Yes.
Little bit confused at some times, but that makes you a good researcher. You always believe in logic. You always find a reason behind it, why it is happening. You just said now.
Yeah.
So ये जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है यूजुअली एक अच्छे टीचर में होती है. So let's start with teaching because I know that you are fond of teaching.
You got me right. Teaching has been my passion. It's still my passion. And if I say कि teaching मुझे क्यों अच्छी लगती है, because the people who have made the biggest impact in my life are my teachers. When I was in school, more than that in my university, I was blessed to have teachers who were just not teaching, who were the role models. They were role models as a human being, helping people. And that's where I picked up that I want to help students and bring them to a light जहाँ उनको एक direction मिले, कुछ help मिले. And if I can do something for them to make their life better by little contribution. And I keep going back to that on and off, on and off.
Let's go to the little bit in flashback
Yes.
that you started your journey in 2007 around somewhere.
Yes. You mean my teaching career?
Absolutely.
So, flashback is 2005, I finished my master's in oral surgery in India.
Mhm.
Then, straight after that, 2005, I was attached to a dental school. So, I started teaching because there are two things people do generally. They go straight to the practice, and some people choose to go to an institution to teach.
Mhm.
So, I was always attracted towards teaching. Then, from that 2005 onwards, I have been into teaching. Or that took me about 2017, 12 years of vigorous teaching with students involved with them. And still after that, it has never stopped. It's still, I still keep going back. I still keep teaching on and off where I get, it could be mentorship in terms of Australian dental exams. It could
Absolutely.
be in terms of mentoring your associates, sometimes mentoring the new graduates. Now the mentoring in terms of the staff members and the nurses.
Absolutely.
So teaching is just comes out of me. I don't know. There's an inbuilt teacher in me, I believe.
लेकिन इसी दौरान आपने इंडिया में अपना अपना मतलब क्लिनिक भी खोला
Correct.
आपने और वहां पे क्लिनिक में पार्टनरशिप में खोला देन यू
Correct.
स्टार्टेड teaching or mentoring people who wants to appear for the foreign examination.
Correct.
तो उसके बारे में कुछ बताइए.
I was in a dental school. This is an interesting story. I want to share if you want.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to name the school or anything. So I was one of the best liked teachers by the students because I was very passionate about teaching them. So, and I thought myself, you know, when you're doing a good job, you think you're the best teacher. Then, so one day what happened is one of the the principal of that dental college called me and said, I want to put you onto some non-academic duty. So, which is not related to my teaching or my normal job profile. And I somehow thought it's not part of my job and I shouldn't be doing it. And I politely refused. So I said, sir, I'm not available. If I cannot do it, please, can you please put someone else on the job? Because I've got some prime commitments for my family. So I thought, I just said no and it should be okay, but it wasn't okay for them. So next day, I got a notice that I was fired.
Wow.
I was fired from the job. And to my surprise, I was thinking I was the best teacher in the school, in the dental college, and I was also running the surgical department. So I felt that I was indispensable because I was doing so much work. I was handling the department, the students, and everything. I was like taking a lot of work and with no extra pay. You know, it's just extra passion out of passion of working. So that day I realized two things. One is nobody is indispensable. That's the first thing. Nobody in this world is indispensable. Doesn't matter how important you are. आप कितने जरूरी हैं, आप कितना पढ़ाते हैं, कितना काम करते हैं, आपको लगता है कि मेरे बिना कुछ नहीं होगा. So no one is indispensable. Number one. Number two, that made me realize second thing, which was also important, that I don't want to be living onto mercy of someone for rest of my life, because it can happen tomorrow. अभी तो मैंने कुछ गलत किया ही नहीं था.
Exactly.
और अगर कभी मुझसे गलती हो जाए तो I'm still living at the mercy, which made me feel that's not what I am. So, and then there was another first breakthrough in my life, and I moved to Chandigarh. I opened up my dental practice in Sector 32 in Chandigarh, and then ran it for a few years after that. So that's the first breakthrough. That's the making of me. Some point that these are the things which are carried up with you. I was still attached to a dental school around Chandigarh teaching, and now running the practice as well. When you are in India and you're attached to a dental school, so you will know, people who are dentists would understand that there is a progression. So first you become the lecturer, then you become a reader, then you become an associate professor, the professor, and a principal. So this is a time bound and an experience bound thing. You cannot shorten it.
Absolutely.
So it is over the next 12 years. So,
so you have to spend some time during that tenure so that you can get to that position.
Correct. When I was a senior lecturer when I moved to Chandigarh, like I was at the base level of teaching, I realized the people who are professors and above, I'm not inspired by their life at the moment. So I realized, do I really want to go there and be them? It's not inspirational at all. I need to do something now to be different. Because, you know, if you keep doing what you're doing, you will keep getting what you're getting. If you want something else, if you want something bigger, you need to come out of your comfort zone and do something else.
So think something out of box.
Out of the box.
You know, like a lot of younger generation, they always think about their reputation. So what are your thoughts on them?
So there are two things when you're really young, let's say in 20s, 25s. So you're full of energy
Mhm.
and you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose. When you have nothing to lose, that means you also don't have a reputation yet. So if you fail, that's if you fail, try something else. You have not lost anything.
Mhm.
Now, and the second belief is, for me, there is no failure, there is always a feedback. Unless you fail, you will not change your course. You will not do something else. Failure is only when you accept that you have failed. And then you have actually failed. That's the only time you actually fail. Because everything else is a building block for your next stage, which is a feedback. Take it forward, do something else, and improve and make a fortune, make a bill, make something bigger in life. So that's for the younger people, that you have nothing to lose. In contrast to when you have a reputation, you have to live up to it. You have something to
maintain it.
You have to maintain it, which is a harder thing.
You were teaching students for the examination for overseas.
Yeah.
When did you think to do by yourself? Then you wanted to move to Australia, or like, did you have any other options at that time?
So that's yes, that's a very good question. Because so now what was happening at that point of time is, I'm running this institution which we are training people to take up foreign exams, which is Australia and Canada, and I'm also teaching in an institution to Indian dental students in a dental school. Plus, I'm running my own practice, so I have 3 businesses at one time. So now, like I told you, I was the professors were not inspirational, neither in terms of their reputation nor in terms of their financial status. And I thought I need to do something, and that gave me a chance, because by virtue of being there in that environment of teaching other students about this exam, I was actually learning passively myself. That gave me confidence to, why don't I try it out? Because many of my friends told me it's the talent out there is valued more than when you're in your home country at the moment. So basically what I'm trying to say is, the kind of talent and passion I have, or I had back in India, is much more of value in Australia as compared to what it was there at that level. Plus I had to go that progression level of to go to that level of professorship. There's a lot of time, and I was impatient, I was young, I wanted to do something. Losing the inspiration from those people, but I was looking for another source of inspiration and motivation where I could channelize my energy to do something bigger, to make something bigger, to do something more in my life, because I was not ready to settle for less. And this was an opportunity, and I believe if you do not take an opportunity, it doesn't just go away, someone else takes it.
Absolutely. No, this is, I'm very much agreeing with you. And we had another guest in the last episode.
Okay.
We had the same conversation.
Wow.
That if you lose the opportunity, then someone is ready to take that opportunity.
Correct.
Whatever stage you are on your life at that time.
Correct. Prepared myself. Exams are not easy. You know it. It's like it's really something tough. But with God's grace, with all that effort, with all that patience, hard work, guidance, so I'm here.
We are talking about your teaching, your academic appearance, then dental practices, business training or mentoring students. Then you came here, you opened practice. Now you have 2 dental practices. You are owning the business.
Yes.
So how or what do you think about your journey in a sense or reference to the growth?
You will only get what you are worth. To give an example, they say if you take all the money in the world and give it and distribute it to everyone equally, right? What would happen? After a few months, you will see all the money goes back to where it belongs, basically the billionaires who are having it. So, you know, the 99% of the money in the world belongs to 1% of the people in the world, less than 1, maybe 0.01% of the people in the world. Why is that? Why is there disparity? So that means our focus should not be going towards or behind or chasing the money, but rather increasing our worth. So that is my concept of growth. So my growth, I believe it's very good growth. I'm very happy about it. But why is that happen? If you want the secret for my growth is I've constantly investing in my improving my worth. How do you do that? By knowledge, by skills, by communication, by lifestyle. So burning the midnight oil, sleep, not working still on weekends, sometimes on ourselves, sometimes on the businesses. You do that too. You understand that too.
Yes, I understand, and I do the same thing.
Same thing.
But like, I would like to ask here, what is your main source? Books, introspection, or looking at other people?
Good. I think it's a combination of everything. So, so my wife was asking me, so where do you get inspiration from? My inspiration comes from everyone and everything around me. So you inspire me in so many things, for so many things you're doing the way you do. For you are very particular about the way you do things. You have very methodical. You are very organized. So you take your time, develop a step-by-step procedure, protocol. You stick to it. You are very disciplined. These are inspiring.
I didn't know that.
This is my inspiration from you. I'm telling you. So same things. I get inspired from books, from Facebook posts, from anything that comes across me, from a stranger on the road, from my children, from my house help, from people, my staff members. Everyone.
So every day is learning process.
Every day, every time, every moment. Inspiration is all around us. We need to look into the right spot to find it and get inspired and take action. So be ready for it. So once you're ready, it will appear. If you are not ready, if you have not emptied your cup, there's nothing can be filled in. So I'm ready with my empty cup every day, what I'm learning today, what I'm getting inspired from, what I'm going to change. That's how I work at the moment.
Absolutely.
So I was just talking to someone close. I said, I think I've started to realize myself is that every 3 years I need something else to do. So that's my pattern I found out.
With your pattern of growth that you want to do every 3 years something new.
Yes.
But now, what difference you see in your growth where you were in India and where you are here at the moment?
Yeah.
And did you find in yourself changes, acceptability, and adaptability?
I'm totally a different person. I'm not the same person. Back in India, if I have to categorize myself, Govind in India and Govind in Australia at this moment in this year, in October 2025, what are the difference from there to there? So I was only educated and skilled into my profession. I was only a dentist and an oral surgeon there. I was only educated and skilled to perform that. I was very I won't categorize myself anywhere near social skills. I never had social skills, life skills. I'd never understand what's growth like. But now I clearly see where I've worked on my weaknesses. I'm totally a different person. I'm educated. I am skillful. I'm a good communicator. I understand people more. I understand their perspective. So I'm trying to understand people more rather than forcing my perspective onto them when I was before. Because that time my way is the best way because I'm the best. Because when you are good and educated and you're a particular great level of your career and you have a good professional significance, you think what you would do is right.
Yeah.
Whatever you do is the only way. But that's totally not the case now. I understand people. I see their perspectives. I respect them. I learn from them. I'm more humble. I'm more hungry, and I'm ready to hustle. These are the 3 things which were there.
So this is the perception that is changed. What is the difference between awareness and the perception?
So awareness is basically understanding who am I. Perception is how I perceive is thing. That's a reaction or a response. So this couple, husband and wife, so they're about 70 years of age. So they're very low, financially low people. They have worked all their life, both of them. So they have their 50th anniversary coming. So they just decided among themselves, there's no children, no one, they're just alone. They said, we don't know when we're going to die. How about we just celebrate our 50th anniversary in a 5-star hotel?
Mhm.
We just want, maybe we just have a small little meal. We'll save it for us, ourselves. It's a year still apart. We have long time to save money. We'll just keep saving some small, and then go there. So the day comes. So they have saved enough. They go to this 5-star restaurant. So they order a quick meal. The wife orders the best meal for the husband. That, I know your choice. I'm going to order that. The husband ordered the best meal for the wife. So the meal is served. The waiter brings in their meals on the table.
Mhm.
Now, while they're having a good chat and being grateful, suddenly there's a cockroach that comes onto the table
Mhm.
and just goes sideways. And the wife looks at it and she gets angry. She couldn't stop herself and she says, "What is this? We have saved so much. We have come here." She really gets upset. So she calls the waiter and said, "I want to talk to the manager." So the manager comes. "Yes, ma'am, how can I serve?" So the wife starts explaining, "See, for John, this is my husband John and I am Susan. So we have saved so much money to come to this place to celebrate our 50th anniversary. We've ordered this meal and the cockroach is there, and this is what you guys serve here. You have spoiled our day, you have spoiled our lives, you have spoiled our meal, you have spoiled the moments which we wanted to spend together, you have spoiled our whole day. I would never forget this, I would never forgive you." She just is yelling on the top of her voice. The manager is apologizing again and again. The waiter is standing and apologizing. And husband is sitting calm as ocean. And then the wife says, "Hey, John, why don't you say something? I've been yelling for 1 hour." So John just says one word. He said, "Darling, it's not the cockroach who has spoiled our day. It's us who have spoiled our day." He said, "What do you mean?" He takes the cockroach, puts it in the bin, he washes his hands, comes back. So we can still enjoy our meal. So the point is, the situation is every time the same. It is the response that makes it stressful for others, for yourself, or someone. It's
Mhm.
how you react to it. So that's the perspective. So the husband's perspective was, it's okay, it's a cockroach, move it away, just move on. This is the moment we want to spend. My focus is on the moment with you, not on the food. And the wife, she was focused onto the food and giving that experience, and that's spoiled because of the cockroach, and because of the cockroach, because of these people. So now think. So it's the reaction which we give to a situation, not the situation itself. Same thing in our lives. We go through a lot of things, and some people adapt a victim mindset. It's happening to me, he does it to me, everything comes back to me bad. Some people think, what can I learn from this, and move forward, change their course and move forward.
Mhm.
So that's the perspective. So how you look at a particular situation and adapt, learn from it and adapt it to it, that's what is important.
So perception with adaptability and flexibility. I just remember that once you shared a story with me that after buying or owning the practice in launch session, you had a lot of sleepless nights.
Yes, I did. Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about it.
So
And how did you find the happiness, or how did you make it in a good time?
so sleepless nights is okay. How it's not. I don't want to relate my sleepless nights to my being unhappy or stressed.
Mhm.
I relate it to being uncomfortable. And when I, you know, this philosophy, and I share it with you, and we talk about it all the time, that when I'm in your comfort zone, you're comfortable, you're sleeping, you're enjoying it. The moment you step out of your comfort zone, you become sleepless, you become restless, you become annoyed, you become frustrated, and you become uncomfortable. And that's what is called your growth. That's your growth zone. So yes, I was having sleepless nights, but those sleepless nights have paid for. That was my price to pay to grow, which was also my need, my hunger. I wanted to grow more. I wanted to do more. I wanted to serve more. I wanted to enjoy more. So that's where the sleepless nights goes hand in hand with hard work, you can say it, to grow. And that's how life
Mhm.
works.
Yeah, but like I have seen a lot of people when they're having this type of time, they go depressed,
Yes.
they go anxious,
Yes.
and they go mentally disturbed.
Yes.
And I think it might be like a permanent trauma to their mental health or physical health,
Yes.
that they won't be able to do anything in their life after that time.
Yes.
But as I know you and you know me as well, that we are growing,
Yes.
and like that's the life motive that everyone should be having.
Yes.
But what would you like to say about the people that get depressed and being anxious about that time?
See, this very, very simple thing I would tell to everyone. When you learn how to drive, accidents are bound to happen. So if you're driving a car, taking on a road, you're going to get some scratches. And if you worry about the scratches, you can park your car and learn to walk. So basically, if you are out in the world trying something new, you're bound to get roadblocks. I would rather go out on this journey called life and experience everything, maybe some scratches here and there. I'm stronger than the problem. That's what you need to keep telling yourself.
Mhm.
No matter what, the stress is a response. It's up to you how much you want to take it. So situations are there for everyone. We all pass through same situations. Some people take stress, some people don't. वो कौन है दुनिया में जिन्हें गम नहीं होता? कुछ ऐसे भी हैं दुनिया में जिन्हें गम नहीं होता.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. तो इसलिए भाई, what I will say is to everyone कि don't let the stress your stop you from achieving your full potential. A human is worth more than anyone. The God has given you life. It's your obligation to live this life to the maximum potential for yourself and for others, to serve them.
If I want to achieve something, then in reality, I don't have any competition, because whenever I want to achieve something, I have a goal and I'm working towards that goal. I have to put my energy, I have to put my 100% in them, then I will reach up to that particular goal.
Yes.
But when you start to compete yourself with others, then you are actually going away from that goal.
Correct. It's simple, Modi. For me, it's very simple. So the only person you're trying to compete is your own self.
So here is my question comes again.
Yes.
What do you think? The mind is your friend or your battlefield?
Mind is both. It's up to you what you want to make out of it. So I don't want to. I want my mind to serve me. I don't want to be a servant of my mind. I want it to control for me. The battleground is there. It's always there. The mind is a battleground, but you should be a friend of your mind, and you should tell it what to do, because you are meant for a bigger goal, a bigger purpose in life.
What is the growth in reference to group of people? Because
Okay.
we have a lot of talked about for an individual, but I would just like to know about group of people. What do you see? How do you see growth?
Let's be selfish for a moment. Let's be selfish about myself, that I want to grow. I don't care about anyone. Now, the second important thing which we have to understand is that we become average of 5 persons which we are surrounded with. We become average of 5 persons we are constantly surrounded with. Now imagine I want to grow. So there are two ways. I keep my friends which have either me, same level of growth as me, or higher than me. What I'm going to happen? I'm going to grow.
Mhm.
Obviously, I cannot choose all my friends, my family members, my staff, the other people around me, but I can choose some people to hang around with who have a similar mindset, who have a growth mindset, and it's not easy to find those people. You need to develop those friendships, those growth mindsets, that mastermind group you need to develop, you need to find, you need to hang around with them.
Mhm.
Because when you are falling down in your mind, in your belief, there's someone to hold a hand and tell you, hey, Govind, it's okay. I've been there, I've done that. Let's come up. They can drag you out of that. So that's a group of people. Now, if I'm thinking that I would just grow myself, I can suppress everyone around me and I go up, I cannot. That's not going to happen. That's a short-lived growth. You're going to fall. So
because nobody is there to hold you.
nobody's there to hold you, and you are here, and everybody around you is tiny, who's non-growth. So you are going to come back to the
Come back
level
to them.
anyway because you're surrounding by
Yes.
them. So you cannot be one person. So the best way, which I think in this era, in this world at the moment, in this present time, is to make sure people around you are growing along with you, and they're lifting you more and more up and up. And you invest in, and then how do you do that? So how does a person grow? Like that becomes a personal growth, how you grow a person, how you help them grow. So growth is just not financial. It's first is mental growth, mental growth, physical growth or adaptability, which people normally involve into. Then it's professional growth. Then it's a spiritual growth. Then it's relationship. We grow in relationships. There are 12 pillars. Then their growth in their arts, their hobbies, their passions. So you could help everyone into a certain aspect. Say, for example, if I am working with you in a limited time in a day, probably what we can exchange in that working time is a bit of a professional growth. So, and then if you are growing professionally and you are working with me, I am growing too. So that's a simple advantage we are sharing.
So you mean to say that we have a 12 pillars for a growth that we need to look in? Now that could be your professional thing, personal thing, relationship, anything.
Yes.
But in all those 12 pillars, you have a group of people around you.
So every individual has those 12 pillars.
Yeah.
Every individual has those 12 pillars which are on which this person is based. So let's say, for example, this person is growing in professionally amazingly, and whereas his personal or a family pillar is weak. So what's going to happen? Collapse, because he doesn't have support. He cannot go professionally enough because his personal pillar is weak. Similarly, relationship. Similarly, let's say someone is wanting to go professionally, but the passion is weak. Passion in art, let's say. So then he will get bored in his profession, he'll burnt out, he'll come back and he cannot grow further. So all these 12 pillars have to come along and grow together for that person's growth. Now, what is the second person doing in the group? The second person may not be influencing those 12 pillars. He may be influencing one of those pillars. So for example, in our case, because we work together sometimes, it might be the professional pillar, which I'm helping you with. But you need to find out, let's say, who is going to be your, let's say, your relationship pillar. Say, for example, you have a friend where you stay close to you, your neighbor, who helps you, chats with you, and you're happy with having that friendship, which is a growth mindset. And similarly, let's say you want to hang around going fishing or singing. So that's your passion pillar. Someone is feeding it from. It might not be me. It might be someone else.
Absolutely.
So those people around you are either, they can either help you to grow, or they can also help you to fail. Again, there's a choice. We always have a choice. Whom you hang around with is what is really important. Now, and you can choose those people. You can choose to be with them, choose to do what you do with them, along with side with them. Either you talk about growth, or you talk about something something which doesn't make any sense, just waste time. So if you are into growth, you need to invest into those people, invest into those friends, invest into the proximity, which have a similar mindset.
तो हमने बहुत सारी फिलोसॉफी की बातें की, बहुत सारी ग्रोथ की बातें की.
Correct.
लेकिन आई जस्ट वांटेड टू कम ऑन द पॉइंट वेयर you were a dentist in India, you are a dentist in Australia as well, but there's a difference in your practice now because you were doing a lot of surgeries. You have done a lot of accidental surgeries like facial surgeries because you are a maxillofacial surgeon.
Yes.
And you were the HOD of the department. So there were a lot of work that you have done in India. But you are doing dentistry, but there is a little bit different work you're doing here as a dentist. So what is your take on from yourself regarding dentistry?
So my perception is changed now. So I would say so for myself that जब मैं पहले काम कर रहा था, I was treating broken teeth, broken jaws, I was doing surgeries. I've been doing a lot of work, still working hard that time. Not that I was not working hard, I was working a lot. But after understanding, being aware of other people, being perspectives, being more and more experiences and experience those through over time, these things have made me realize that people who come to me with broken teeth don't actually come to me with broken teeth. They come with shattered smiles, shattered confidence, not able to speak in public, lost jobs, and lost relationships, highly stress issues, pain, so many problems which are associated with those broken teeth. I started to realize that we just don't fix broken teeth. We actually fix broken lives. We let them live their life properly by bringing back their smile, which has such a big impact, which I never realized before. So that made me passionate about doing what I'm doing, that I start to understand people more rather than just treating their teeth. And that's my mission now, my passion now, is to to do more things for people by after understanding them. And that I believe that everyone deserves to live better. And oral well-being, or person's general well-being, is not dissociated from his mouth or his oral well-being or his smile. So that connection, I wasn't able to establish that back again. I was more mechanically treating the people. But now I understand the emotional value of a smile and in their lives. So that's is what is different from my previous version to my version 2.
What would you like to say how people can understand their why?
The biggest question in this world is finding your why. So believe me, if you have found it or someone has found it, he's the most luckiest person on this earth. That why he's here, why he's doing what he's doing. But it's not that it's not possible to find it. So there's something called as ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese philosophy. Iki means life and gai means being. So what is the purpose of in life? So it's got 4 parts in it. So it's something like what you do, that becomes one part of it. What you do is your profession, let's say. What does the word need? So that's the second part. So the third is what are you good at? So which is the third part. And the fourth circle is what you get paid for. So that intersection of those 4 circles, wherever they meet, defines your passion, your mission, your vocation, which is your job, and your profession.
But if people won't find their why, then should they just go with the flow?
Modi, you're asking me a very amazing question, believe me. So now, why is a purpose? So this method, some people, like I said, if you are lucky, you will find the purpose. And purpose would just appear right in front of you some point of time, and you'll know this is my purpose in life. You are really lucky if you know what your purpose is. People die and they don't know what their purpose was in life. They just carry on themselves. Now, if you do not know your purpose, it's okay. It's okay. But what you should be doing, you live your life with a purpose. You make your life a purposeful life by living every moment with a purpose. Your purpose would appear. Even if it doesn't appear, you know that you have lived a life of purpose. What is that purpose? Every moment you understand, you don't react, you be grateful about what you have, you help people, you do the best what you can do in whatever profession you are, you be honest and genuine to your job. That's a purpose in itself. Whatever you're doing, do live a life of purpose. Everything you do with a purpose.
But like there are a lot of people who are struggling,
who
wants to come to Australia,
okay,
to have a good future,
yes,
to have a good growth,
yes,
because somehow they are not finding a good growth or future in India.
yes.
So what would you like to say for them so that they can get some inspiration or some motivation?
So I always tell people who want to move to any other country or leave what they're doing and do something else, put it this way, whatever, it doesn't have to be dentistry, could be anything. If you want to change something from what you're doing now, you need to first ask yourself why I want to change, number one. And if you want to come to Australia, let's say for the dentist, why they want to come to Australia, number one. So if the answer comes is, oh, more money, let's say, or more,
But usually that is the situation
That's
where
the
people want to
situation.
earn more money. That's why they come to foreign country.
correct, so the more money. So now that answer doesn't end here, the question doesn't end here. The next question is, why, what will more money bring to you? So that's
Right.
the second question. So if the answer is the more money will bring me more happiness, or I can do more things with more money. So the question then becomes, if I give you more money in India, would you be happy? Answer is that becomes yes, I would be happy in India if I just need more money. So then Australia is not your place. You
Right.
think of something to do something in India which gets you more money, because you're after money, you're not after coming to Australia. So the point is, go deeper with your why. Figure it out. Because now I would say this, do not attach your happiness or your why to materialistic milestones in life. If I go to Australia, I will be happy. If I earn $1 million, I would be happy. Because that's wrong. The moment you come to Australia, you're still not happy. Because your happiness never lied in, never was part of coming to Australia. It's something else which you confused your why yourself.
So exactly that. Exactly, I completely agree with that, because a lot of people think something else when they want to come to Australia or any other foreign country. But as soon as they come here, whether it is settled down or not, their why change.
The why changes. Yes.
And when their why change, they struggle. They start to struggle.
Because their why was never correct from the first place. They confuse their why. The why would never change. The why of coming, why I want to come to Australia has to go deeper. It's just not money. Money is there in India and any other country as well. If you win a lottery in India, would you like to come to Australia? I see people coming to Australia, even dentists, and going back to country, back again, because they don't want to live here. Why? Because they miss their family out there, they miss the food out there, they miss the culture out there, they miss the connection out there, which they had.
But somehow people find a good lifestyle here in Australia.
Yes. So they're both kind of people.
Yeah.
So these people will stay, some people go back. So then what is the purpose of that person coming here, earning money, and then going back because he's missing India? But the point I'm trying to make is because his why was confused.
Yeah.
So his why should have been, before he comes, take that big decision, he needs to fix his why. Why I want to go. Why people do things when they do some things. There are two basic reasons. One is going towards pleasure or running away from pain. There are only two reasons when people do big things. Either they are coming towards pleasure or they're running from pain. So, but sometimes people do not know that. So the clarity, they don't have the clarity themselves. So the clarity comes with discussions, understanding, guidance, experience. So now experience can be, you experience it, you have the clarity over 10 years, and then you realize, oh, what did I do? That's one way. Second is borrowed experience. You take experience from others, coach, guidance, which tells you, you are not ready to do this, you should do this. And then that gives you clarity. That's where, yes, you're right, people don't have clarity. That's why they suffer. And the advice is obviously seek some help, guidance, meet people, talk to them. Because if you want to make a difference, if you want to grow, you need to follow the right people. You need to be clear about what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll be confused. Aimless mind or confused mind is like a balloon, a gas balloon. You leave it, it will just wanders and falls down. So that's what happens. You don't know what you're doing, where you're going, you have no aim. You're just following everyone and coming to Australia and then thinking, why did I come here? It doesn't make sense.
तो हमने यहाँ पे बहुत सारी फिलोसफी की बातें की, ग्रोथ की बातें की, वाई की बातें की, जो वेरी डिफिकल्ट होता है फाइंड आउट करना, और शायद एक लाइफ कम पड़े वाई फाइंड आउट करने में, लेकिन जिसको मिल जाता है उसकी लाइफ अच्छे से ग्रो करती है, और काफ़ी सक्सेसफुल लोगों को हमने देखा भी है और हम देखते भी है। तो मेरा आपसे ये आखिरी क्वेश्चन है, या फिर एक एडवाइस what would you like to say to our audience?
जो मैसेज मैं सबको ये देना चाहूँगा कि do not look for the happiness outside. Your happiness lies within. If you find others' happiness, give it to them and they'll give it back yours to you.